SpaceX launch site. It is the 12th of October, 2021. It is almost 4 p.m. in the afternoon, evening here at Ocean Cam Space Corp. Just getting started. I will be doing 2 to 3 hours of coverage here, not all on this one live stream. So I'm planning to do some live stream coverage with this iPhone Pro 12 Max, and then I will upgrade it after this stream to the Nikon P1000. I think, hey Sodak, I think I did figure out the issue with the, I just had to reset the modem. That's why I wasn't able to live stream yesterday. So I did do that today, and I will give it another shot with the Nikon live stream after this iPhone Pro 12 Max live stream with y'all here. So it still looks like they have the catch arm there still, and I can zoom in a little bit. They still have the catch arm there. They haven't moved anything around. It's still there. I thought I'd switch it up by getting a different view this time from over by the dunes. So I'm looking from the east, looking a little bit south, but west, southwest, a little bit west. East would be more toward along the road here. This would be, this would be looking west. But that is a little bit south of west. So that's the direction we're looking at here. It is a very windy day out here. I am using one of my two umbrellas. I have both umbrellas here with me, and I can do a little better zoom. I'm past the 2.5 times zoom mark, so the degradation of the image happens when I do that on the iPhone. Digital zoom versus lens zoom. Yeah, so that's I got it zeroed in right now. So that's basically the view going forward. I can get the same view from the opposite side of the launch site, and that is maybe a better spot to be during the afternoon times that I'm going to be live streaming. So I will switch it up sometimes and get it from the other 180 degrees side, from the other side, where the sun will be at our back instead of in front of us. Yeah, but it's real nice to get this view here. And it is pretty good, pretty good. It's going to be awesome when I hook up Nikon and get it, because I am going to get this shot with the Nikon. I will upload it later too. Okay, on SN20, yeah, there is a windsock up there, so that's what that red thing you're looking at on the Starship is. Good call there, good catch. Yeah, so you can see that right there. That is a windsock from one of the tanks, and so you can see it is a very windy day based on that windsock over there, that red thing up there. Good call. The wind is strong, so they're not going to be doing any lift tonight. You know, it is way too windy. Yeah, I'm not sure where they're going to put it. Yeah, it's a good question. And again, I'm a photographer. I'm not the mechanical, technical person who's going to make you those kind of diagrams and give you all that specs kind of stuff. I'm just this is what I see, and my thing is to inspire people based on what we can see, not so much to describe what we're looking at. So if you want a description about out-of-body experiences, I can do that. I'm your man for that. I'm your but as far as descriptions about this technology, hey, the Keenan, what happened is a bunch of kids attacked the website, and they cut my income in half, and they caused the viewership to go down. So that's what happened. If you want to reverse things, you can cause the viewership to go up, and I could spend a lot of money on gas and do all kind of things. But when the money crunch is on, and the people stop donating because the kids are making it an unpleasant spot to be, then I cut back on what I do and I focus on what I really like to do, which is just moving the Ocean Cam mission forward. So that's what happened to Keenan. Bunch of a few adults and a whole bunch of kids attacked everything, and they destroyed a lot of stuff. So that's what happened. And since nobody reported them or did anything about them, they're still out there, and they haven't gotten their lesson yet. But that's the situation. So if you want to blame somebody, you can blame the kids. And the reason this is a members only chat is because I'm not going to feed into their I'm not going to feed them anymore, and they're going to have to either watch and shut up or pay and speak. If they want to be here, they can pay for it. I'm not gonna be prey for a bunch of tiny predators. So that's what's going on here. That's why it's a members only chat. All right, that's about what I got. I will be getting out the other camera unless anyone has something else they'd like to see. It is a very windy day. They're not going to be doing any lifting today. It must be over the lift range for the wind here. So, and it did look earlier like it might rain sometime soon. So I'm not sure if we're going to get some rain in the next few days or if it's going to keep being windy, but we're not going to be lifting anything today. That's a guarantee. All right. I'll do it another 10 minutes and then I will close it out at the 15-minute mark. We're 7 minutes in, so about 8 more minutes. And then I'll get out the other camera and we can really start looking around. It does take me a little time to set up the other camera, so I will, whenever the stream ends in about 8 minutes or 7 minutes, I will start the process of hooking up the other camera. I have all the equipment here next to me, and I will start putting it together. Okay, what I can talk about is I did began my research again. Yesterday I researched a bunch about these SpaceX SEC documents, and that's available for everybody to see. And so I did look through a bunch of that. And today I spent a bunch of time looking at Maxar. It's another 4,000 employee company, and they were at the expo that I went to last week, Thursday, Friday of last week. I went to an expo out in Long Beach, California. I drove there for 3 days, and it took me 3 days to drive back, and that's why I missed a lot of stuff here at SpaceX. But I was driving to and from that event, and Thursday, Friday, 250 different space companies all gathered together, and I freely attended the exhibits and represented Ocean Can Space Corp amongst all the other space companies out there. So that's what I did last week, and today I did look at one of those companies that I met last week at the expo called Maxar, and I also met another company called Mynaric. With Mynaric is another M named company, and I will be looking at them tonight and tomorrow, but mostly tomorrow. I'm reserving the daytime for advancing the Ocean Cam mission and for doing the research that needs to be done to bring everything forward. So today was Maxar, and looks like they do everything from satellite platforms to they have several subdivisions or divisions or partner companies. But I did look at some of them, and I posted links on Twitter. They're a very accomplished company. They do robotics. They also do satellite imagery, and then they do data analysis of that satellite imagery. So they are quite the company, and they also have 4,000 employees. They're a publicly listed company, Maxar, and very impressive. They've been around a long time too. I forgot when they were incorporated, but they've been around a while. I looked now. So, and they're international. So a lot of you like SpaceX, but you got to start looking out there and see the other companies too, because it's not just SpaceX that's up in there in space. The Maxar is another huge company that's out there. So I did get a little intro to them today, and I'm going to continue doing research and and internetworking and all that stuff going forward. But tomorrow I will be looking at my NARIC. You can look at SpaceX. I think SpaceX here has 5,000 employees. Is the last thing I was told. Somebody told me that a while back. So SpaceX has about 5,000 employees, and Maxar has 4,000 as of last count. So they're a pretty big company. Nothing to their $2 billion valuation. They have 70 something million shares, and their shares selling, I think, in the $40 range. I forgot what the price range for their shares was. Maxar, but they are listed on the New York Stock Exchange and $2 billion valuation. What I did find out was that they have a million something views or so on million and a half or so on YouTube, and Ocean Cam is bigger than Maxar on YouTube. We have over 4.8 million views, and I think we have a lot more viewers. Also, we got a lot more subscribers. So that's just something that perked my interest, and I was like, oh, look at that. OceanCam is also a private company, so Maxar is a public company. Maybe in the future, OceanCam will go and become a public company. But first, we're going to start off as a private company, which we are now, and 100 million shares, and the shares will be going for $150 per share. At some point in the future, in the next year, I will open that up. I got to do all the teamwork, and I got to do all the collaboration that needs to be done before anything like that happens, where I'm selling shares. Um, so if you have any skills, or if you're a really inspired individual, and you have, if you iterate rather than just being an employee, if you are of the business owner type of mindset, if you know the difference between a self-employed versus employee versus self-employed versus a big business versus an investor, if you know those four quadrants, then I'd like to speak with you, because we're speaking the same language, idioma. We speak the same language. If you understand what I'm talking about, because a big business has 500 or more employees, and you get a lot of tax breaks and stuff like that. So that's the goal of Ocean Cam, is to become a big business company, so that we can accomplish the big goal of photographing the water on the different moons and planets here in our solar system. We know there's over 200 moons in the solar system. You can look it up on Wikipedia, and many of these planets have multiple moons, like Jupiter and Saturn have many, many, many moons. And most of those moons have liquid on them, and most of it has water on it. And whether the water is above the surface or below the surface, it doesn't matter. The plan and the goal of the mission of Ocean Cam is to do what no other space company has done before, to video and to film and to photograph the liquid on these other moons, whether it's above the surface or below the surface with a submarine or submersible. And there are many companies out there doing such technology, and already doing it on the Earth as well, like Nautilus and Explore.org. So the goal of OceanCam is to facilitate the focus and the desire for us to get that imagery, which no space company so far has yet to do, because up till now it's apparently been more of a data priority than a imagery priority, because even though the people pay the taxes for these NGO companies funded by the government through grants and everything to do their satellite imagery, getting the imagery to the public is not the top priority, because the government, again, is a bunch of corporations that take on the name of government, but it is not really a government. It is multiple corporations. And when those corporations are evil, when they are hostile, they can be referred to as warlords. But so there are some governments around the world which are of the warlord aspect, and you can look at the CIA to see the classifications and designations for those governments. But again, governments change, and the people in the government and the corporations, and then you got to look at who owns the corporations. And a lot of these corporations who have the force to enable change on the earth are all owned by the same individual or individuals. So even though they appear to be warlike and opposites, often in fact they are owned and operated by the same individual or individuals. So even though they these corporations and governments appear to be hostile and nationalistic and all that kind of stuff. And they may inspire you to join the military and have a lot of spirit de corps. When you actually grow up and you learn some of the insides of these organizations, you find out that they are in fact not going anywhere. They're not trying to accomplish anything. All they are is juicing. Like if you want to go and juice some fruit or some carrots or something, and you squeeze the juice and you get the carrot juice out of the carrots, these corporations are in fact squeezing and juicing the people, the populace, and extracting the juice from the populace to enrich themselves. And by in doing this, they get your money, they get your focus, they get your attention, they get your awareness, and humanity goes nowhere. And but they do get to enjoy a comfortable lifestyle while you continue to work for them and get juiced. So that they can do whatever it is that they do, whether it's cocaine or get high or drink a lot of alcohol or party with their friends or whatever, go into their yacht. While they're doing all that and juicing you, you're working hard and doing the work to try and figure out what it is that they've caused to happen here on the earth. And so anyway, Ocean Cam is focused on getting imagery of the liquid water to inspire the people to know that we can survive on another planet, so that we have more options as humans on the earth. So I'm sure in 20 or 30 years they'll tell you the same thing that they told us 20 or 30 years ago, and you'll get inspired by it unless you've woken up already, and you'll have understood what's actually going on here on the earth. So that's what's going on. We are here at SpaceX launch site by a very kind individual named Elon Musk and his team. His team of 5,000 or so individuals, inspired individuals, to transform and change the story of humanity here on Earth so that we're not stuck here on the planet like we have been for the last 50 years. And we take some of that military technology or recreate that technology that was already created many years ago and got hidden through the patents that were hidden by the military and the governments and the different organizations that kept it for themselves to keep you here on the planet while they advanced. And so we are rediscovering the technology and the discoveries that were discovered many years ago due to the ignorance of some of the rulers and powerful people to keep it for themselves. So we're rediscovering that. Elon is putting that technology into action here with rapid iterations, and it looks like we are going to succeed here and get off the planet rather than continue to be stuck here with the ancient technology that only the civilians use, because the military has already surpassed us by many years, and we will not catch up with them anytime soon, because the military is secretive and they do not share what they have. So you can keep wishing that they will share and we'll have world peace tomorrow, but until we wake up as a people and realize that we're all one being interacting with itself, we are going to continue to have this pecking order, and you will continue to work for the people who organize how things happen here on the earth. So that's what's going on. I will get out the other camera and get some better shots. So we are looking almost directly into the sun, but I will get some better shots with the other camera. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon on the other camera. We're almost 20 minutes in. I went about 4 minutes over, so I apologize for that. I said 15 minutes, and we're now almost 20 minutes. So, all right. I'll see you soon. Thanks for tuning in. I will get the other thing going, and I think I'll hopefully be able to live stream with the other camera soon.